If Florida had a secret level, Weeki Wachee would be it. The water's so clear it makes bottled water look cloudy. You dip a toe in and instantly question every life choice that led you anywhere else. Mornings roll in with fog over the river, manatees gliding through Hospital Hole, and locals hitting the water before the coffee's even been poured. It's calm, wild, and a little weird, but it's the good kind of weird, I guarantee you. The curtain's up on the river's best kept scene. Folks from Tampa, Jersey, even Denver are showing up with paddleboards and plans. Retirees at Glen Lakes chasing one more perfect round of golf, families racing to Rogers Park before the crowds hit, remote workers taking Zoom calls with wet hair in the mornings. Weeki Wachee used to whisper, now it more kind of hums. And beauty lasts when you respect the rules. The spring protection zone, the look but don't touch manatee code, and no anchoring in the grass are what keeps this place blue instead of brown. She's stunning, just not low maintenance. So the question isn't, is Weeki Wachee worth it? It's, are you ready to live somewhere that demands that you love it back? Hang tight, the current gets personal fast. Now, if you've seen me before, you know my usual river routine is waist deep in Weeki Wachee water, trying to talk real estate while a manatee gives me the side eye. I'm the guy that ditched gridlock for tide charts in the US and exchanged honks for the hush of the mangroves. Mornings here start at Rogers Park, with herons watching the launch and weekends end floating past Buccaneer Bay, little sunburn maybe with the farmer's tan and zero regrets. The first time I paddled under those cypress trees there, I realized this river isn't just scenery, it's a living, all-being thing, and you move in, not next to it. And from working with people here over the last 20 years, I know that once it clicks, everything about this place starts to make sense, because the water here turns down life static so you can just hear the signal calling you. Now, there's something about this water here that just flips a switch in your brain. The first chill clears the dashboard lights. You step in expecting a river, and it feels like you just crossed into a whole nother planet. That blue-green glow isn't an Instagram filter, I can guarantee you. No filter, just limestone doing its job. It's the real color of a living system that's been pumping 100 million gallons of 72-degree spring water a day for centuries. It's ancient limestone filtered water, perfectly clear because it's protected, and because people here learn to treat it right. Locals know the rule. You look, but you don't touch. You don't chase a manatee or drop an anchor where seagrass grows. This isn't just courtesy, it's the rule that keeps this place breathing. Hernando County Spring Protection Zone keeps the stretch off limits for beaching or grounding boats because the grass below feeds the manatees. The stuff most people think of as weeds, it's the river's salad bar. Tear it up and the whole rhythm just falls apart. And the wild thing is, none of these limits make the place feel restricted at all. They make it feel kind of alive. You start noticing how everything works together. The soft clink of the paddles in the current, the slow roll of the river carrying fallen cypress needles, the quiet pause when a manatee surfaces right beside you. It's still a shock to this day when I see it. Now, I recently just worked with a customer from Chicago, big city guy, high stress, phone glued to their hand, kind of like me a little bit, but by his third day here, he was paddling past Hospital Hole without a word, just grinning like he finally remembered how to breathe. And that's the kind of water that the reset gives you, and why more and more people are seeking out one of Florida's best kept secrets. The scientists at SwiftMud call Weeki Wachee a behavior-based system. Translation, it's not how many people come here that matters, it's how they move through it. That's why the Guardian guides, who are locals trained by the Save the Manatee Club, don't just take you paddling, they teach you how to belong in this place and respect it. And that's what changes you. It's not just the beauty or the stillness or the cold shock of that first dip, it's the respect that comes with it. The awareness that this river doesn't need you to do anything but pay attention to it. Most people come here because they're chasing calm, but what they find is clarity. It's the kind of peace that comes from earning your spot in the water. And once you feel that shift, when you stop trying to conquer nature and start moving with it, you understand why people never really leave here. And if you're starting to feel that pull yourself, that's the green light to call us. We're the local real estate team of choice here. We're local experts. I've been helping people for 20 years now, helped over 2,000 families move into this waterfront lifestyle in this beautiful part of Florida. So feel free to call, text, email us, reach out and set a Zoom appointment in the link down below. You guys on the YouTube channel are my favorite people. There's never a time that's too early to start doing research, and there are no stupid questions, so do not hesitate to reach out. We can help you find your spot on the river before somebody else jumps in front of you and steals it out from under you. Now, living in Weeki Wachee doesn't just change your address, it changes your tempo of life. Every pocket of this place beats to its own pulse. Some mornings it's the soft tap of a sprinkler on fresh cut grass over in Royal Highlands, where every lot feels like its own piece of Florida. Other days, it's the low growl of a boat engine on Hernando Beach, where the salt's already in the air before the sun rises. Around here, your neighborhood doesn't just tell you where you live, it decides what your weekend sounds like. If you're near the preserve, morning starts slow and clean. The air might taste a little bit like pine and humidity, and you can hear the sandhill cranes before you even pour your coffee in the morning. That quiet isn't an accident, it's protected. The Weeki Wachee Preserve keeps this area wild on purpose, locking in the kind of stillness most of Florida lost years and years ago. And then down by the canals, life hums louder. You smell salt before you see the water. Hernando County's Springs Protection Zone rules keep boats from beaching or anchoring, and that's the reason this water still shines that unreal turquoise color you've seen online. The grass below isn't just scenery, it's what keeps the manatees fed and the river alive. You feel the balance of it every time you push off of the dock. Don't want to be on the water and looking for something in a golf club community? You got Glen Lakes. The sound here, golf carts, laughter, and clinking glasses after 18 holes. The clubhouse is buzzing by early afternoon, neighbors are waving before you even hit your first sip of coffee, and every week has a new social loop. So dinner plans, trivia nights, couples leagues. People move here thinking they're slowing down, but it feels more like trading stress for connection. And if you want a little bit more of that country feel or a little bit more remoteness, over in Rural Highlands, it's the opposite kind of freedom. Big yards, no HOAs, no one counting your boat trailers. You've got room to breathe, to build, to make noise if you feel like it. Saturdays smell like charcoal and gasoline, and Sundays are for Bayport runs or backyard tinkering. It's Florida unfiltered. That's what makes Weeki Wachee so addictive. Every lifestyle here runs on a different frequency, but they all share the same backdrop. Sunlight bouncing off the spring water and enough space to live how you actually want. So do me a favor, drop your favorite weekend vibe in the comments. Are you team paddle, team tea time, or team project? I read them all, I always answer to all of them, no AI here. And I'm curious what kind of version of Weeki Wachee fits you. Because most places make you choose between community and solitude. Here, you just pick your setting. The social hum, the wide open quiet, the salt air edge. It's all the same story told in different accents. And once you feel it, you stop looking for perfect, you just start living it. Okay guys, so here's the twist about Weeki Wachee. The reason that the river looks so unreal isn't luck, it's discipline. This place runs on respect. Every ripple, every manatee glide, every patch of seagrass still standing is proof that people here know better than to treat it like a water park. You don't just roll up and drop anchor wherever you want. Hernando County's Springs Protection Zone draws a line for you. No beaching, no anchoring, no dragging kayaks through the grass. And you can actually see what that discipline buys you. The water stays glassy all year long. The banks stay sharp and green. When the light hits that turquoise, it flashes like polished glass. The Florida Fish and Wildlife crew keeps it simple. Look, don't touch. No feeding, no chasing, no hey buddy selfies with the manatees, nothing like that. When you glide past one quietly, you can hear it exhale, slow and hollow, like the sound of the river breathing. That's not just wildlife, that's patience you can hear. And here's what a lot of people don't realize. The scientists figured out it's not about head count, it's about behavior. The Southwest Florida Water Management District, SwiftMud, proved that the damage doesn't come from crowds alone. It comes from habits like trampling, beaching, and anchoring in grass. So instead of locking the place down, they went after the behavior. Change that, and the water starts healing faster than anyone thought possible. And the locals have caught on pretty quick. The outfitters and guides here are trained through the Save the Manatee Club's Guardian Guides program. They brief every group, spread people out, and keep the etiquette tight. It's education without preaching, river smart with a grin. Now you'll still hear some of the locals gripe that the river's too regulated, but ask anyone who's been here for a decade or more and they'll tell you the same thing. Before the rules, the place was right on the edge. Too many footprints, too few seagrass beds. Now the manatees are back. The water's clearer and mornings smell like limestone and salt air yet again. And that's the real secret of Weeki Wachee. The rules here are not a killjoy. They're the reason this place still punches above its weight for natural beauty. The manatees, the clarity, the quiet, none of that survives without locals who care enough to draw a line. So yes, the rules are for sure a backbone. They keep the magic real. So let's talk about insurance, utilities, and owning responsibility. The fees are free, the due diligence is not. Living in Weeki Wachee isn't about getting lucky with sunshine, it's about knowing how to live smart when you're this close to the water. And around here, the people who love it most are the ones who treat it like a craft. Let's take insurance, for example. Since FEMA's Risk Rating 2.0 kicked in, it's no longer just about your flood zone. They're looking at your elevation, your foundation, how far your doorstep sits from the shoreline. Two houses on the same street can get two completely different insurance rates. After Hurricane Idalia pushed a wall of water through in 2023, and then the two hurricanes at the end of 2024, the smart money learned quick. Height matters. Royal Highlands and Glen Lakes in Weeki Wachee are riding high and they're not on the water anyway. The canal front spots, they're showstoppers, but they come with a tide tax. And don't whine about it, you just have to plan for it. It's part and parcel of living there. Then there's the water that you don't see. Under every yard and driveway runs a spring system that's more alive than most people realize. Florida's Basement Management Action Plan, or BMAP as it's known, is like the region's nutrient diet. Too much nitrogen and the springs go green instead of the electric blue. That's why septic to sewer conversions are expanding and fertilizer limits are tightening. It's how the blue stays blue. Keeping your yard clean isn't about following the rules, it's feeding the river that feeds your life. Bills and wells? Well, let me give you the local masterclass. Most inland homes rely on private wells and septic systems, which means no water bill, but a little more ownership. Electric costs are pretty fair, but efficiency is king. Check your flood vents, seal your crawl spaces, add insulation where the salt air creeps in, all that type of stuff. Every fix like that keeps money in your pocket and the house off the repair list. Because owning responsibility here isn't about being cheap, it's about being very, very intentional with it. You protect the home, the water, and the reputation that comes along with living in a place this rare. And locals wear that mindset like a badge. They add native plants, raise AC units up, and swap turf for shell gardens, not to brag, but to belong in the community and fit in with everybody else. Here, the real cost isn't money, it's attention. You stay sharp, you stay grateful, and you stay ready. Stewardship is the closing cost that never ends. Now, Weeki Wachee doesn't hand out just one lifestyle, it deals them out like a deck of cards. Each hand plays differently, and the trick is knowing which one feels right in yours. So again, more inland away from the water over in Glen Lakes, mornings hum with the sound of golf carts and coffee grinders. It's a beautiful gated golf course community, fantastic golf course, awesome amenities, and beautiful homes. By noon, the laughter's rolling out of the clubhouse patio as friends argue whose drive hit the lake first. Think crisp polos, steady conversation, and that small town luxury where everybody waves because they actually know you in there. Then if you head a few more miles inland, you're looking at Royal Highlands, and the polish fades into pure breathing room. So half-acre lots, maybe even an acre or more, wide skies, and a skyline made of tree lines. You'll spot a smoker running before the sunrise, an RV in one yard, and then a backyard shop in the next. No HOA letters here, just the smell of sawdust and freedom. Down by the water, Hernando Beach North wakes up to clinking masts and gull chatter. Boats slide out with the tide, coolers snap shut, and that first hit of salt air lets you know you're in the right place. Swing a little bit south across the lift and Hernando Beach South changes tempo a little bit. HOA regulations in there, trimmed hedges, lifted boats, and porches with perfect paint. Same canal breeze, just a different rhythm on the same song. And then along the preserve edge, life slows to the beat of crickets and the occasional hoot of an owl. The air smells like pine and rain, you trade the buzz for bird song, the rush for room to breathe. Nights are dark enough to see every single star, and mornings start with deer tracks in the sand. And then a little further north along Shoreline Boulevard, there's Weeki Wachee Gardens and Rogers Park, which is the river's heartbeat. Kayaks clatter, grills flare, kids cannonball off docks while someone yells about sunscreen. It's loud, messy, and absolutely alive. If Glen Lakes is polished and Royal Highlands is independent, the gardens are pure energy and flip-flops on the river. And every one of these corners moves to its own rhythm. Golf and gossip, grills and grit, salt and silence, laughter and late nights. That's what makes this place so addictive. You can find your version of Florida without even leaving the same zip code in town. So which one fits your pulse? The Clubhouse crowd, the Freedom Builders, the Salt Life crew, or Quiet Naturals? Drop it down below. Again, I love hearing from folks like you, and your input might help someone else make their decision of where to be. I'm always curious which version of Weeki Wachee you'd claim, because once you know where you fit, the map stops being a question. It's the only thing left to figure out is how soon you're going to be unpacking boxes by the river. Now let's talk about schools, commutes, and access without the brochure yawn. 7:15 a.m. in Weeki Wachee sounds different. A boat trailer clanks into motion, a kid yells that the bus is coming, coffee wafts across the water while locals trade weather jokes. Mornings roll pretty slowly, but everything still gets done. That's the secret rhythm here. Life moves just without the same soundtrack as some of the other places. In the classroom scene, schools feel personal, so Weeki Wachee High still packs the bleachers on Friday night, and Winding Waters K-8 is the heartbeat of the community where teachers know which car belongs to which parent. It's education that feels like an extension of the neighborhood, not a system built miles away. Commuting works on local time. Spring Hill errands? About 15 minutes tops. Tampa runs about an hour away if you plan it right, but most residents don't chase mileage, they're chasing the balance that it brings from being there. More people build hybrid schedules or run their own shops, so the morning drive happens on the river, not on Highway 19 or the Suncoast Parkway. And then when it comes to access, Weeki Wachee stays quietly connected. Bayport Park glows at sunset to the west. Eastward, you hit Target, Publix, and Bayfront Hospital before your playlist ends. It's that rare pocket of Florida where pine trees outnumber stoplights and you can still get an Amazon delivery without GPS drama. The infrastructure definitely holds its own, even though it's a bit quieter and a little bit more remote. So county crews keep the roads clean, fibers stretching deeper every month, and power outages are so rare they turn into group chat gossip, except when the hurricanes roll through. It's not shiny, but it is reliable. It's the kind of setup that lets daily life glide instead of grind. Everyday smooth isn't luxury here, it's rhythm that works. School drop-offs flow, errands stay simple, and the community runs on recognition. People wave because they know who they're waving at. Straight up, Weeki Wachee isn't stuck in time, it's evolving, and right now it's sitting at one of those rare sweet spots where growth and restoration are happening in the same breath. For years, people worried that too many visitors would love this river to death, and it actually looked like that was going to happen not even long ago. But now the fix is shaping the future. The Swift Mud restoration crews just finished clearing more than 30,000 cubic yards of sediment from the channel, uncovering limestone beds that hadn't seen sunlight in decades. That project has reopened manatee passages and brought back that famous turquoise clarity that made this place legendary in the first place, the pictures that you see on Instagram. Not a polish, a complete overhaul. And while the river is healing, the area around it is shifting in ways that feel smart and steady. So there's new restaurants opening up, not just along US 19, but also down in Hernando Beach on Shoreline. Eco businesses are testing tours built around the leave no trace idea, and longtime locals are finally seeing the payoff from those protection rules. Even Bayport Park and the preserved trailheads are getting smart upgrades that keep access open without overbuilding or losing the quiet that makes this area special. And then in my wheelhouse on the housing side, septic to sewer conversions are rolling out under the basin management plan. That quietly adds property value and improves long-term water quality. Flood resilience upgrades, fiber expansion, and small neighborhood infill are showing up too. It's steady, thoughtful development, not the wildfire growth that's happening further south or even over in Spring Hill for that matter. This is evolution that protects the reason people move here in the first place. And that's where the wind's at your back here. Buyers coming in now are catching Weeki Wachee at the perfect turning point when restoration meets reinvestment. Locals are watching the same story that played out in Crystal River. Protect the environment, then elevate the lifestyle. It worked there, and it's working here now as well. And then for home sellers, this moment has its own upside as well. The perception shift is real. The hidden gem label is being replaced by smart investment zone. For locals who stay, the improvements mean clearer water, stronger infrastructure, and property value that's easier to love and harder to lose value on. And the next 5 years will definitely decide how Weeki Wachee balances charm and change. What's exciting is that for once, the story isn't growth versus nature, it's growth because of nature. Now, the biggest mistake I see people make about Florida living is thinking they have time to figure it out. What trips folks up? Waiting instead of wading in. Weeki Wachee isn't just a river, it's a reset button on how you want to live. The rhythm here slows down, but life gets louder in all the right ways. Manatees drift past your kayaks, sunsets slide into the Gulf, and neighbors still wave because they mean it. That's what living here actually feels like. Around here, the people who wait are the ones who end up watching someone else move into the lifestyle they wanted. So if you're even thinking about it, doors are open, walk on in. Like I mentioned earlier, we're the local Spring Hill and Weeki Wachee team of choice for real estate. I've been working here locally for 20 years. And every week we help people make that lifestyle change moving down there. You can call, text, email us. All of our information is in the description below, or you can set up a Zoom as well. I love doing those with people. Whether you're buying, selling, or just figuring out where your Florida chapter starts, say go and we'll steer it for you. And when you're done here, check out our playlist, Living on Florida's Nature Coast. It's packed with real neighborhood stories, hidden gems, and the kind of details only the locals know. The good stuff that doesn't show up in glossy brochures. Your Florida story doesn't start someday, it starts right now, right here in Weeki Wachee. I'm grateful you shared some minutes with me. I can't wait to show you around town one day. I'm Ross Hardy from the Hardy team. It's time to love where you live.